In this video I'm going to show how to install a ground on our Rebel solar generator. The Rebel solar generator is a 240 volt solar generator, and it will only function, you can only charge it with 240 volts if you have a ground. So if you don't ground this solar generator, you're missing out on some features, and it's also a little unsafe to not ground it. So we highly recommend grounding your solar generators, especially the Rebel. So here we go. So the first thing is you need to make sure to always follow the NEC, National Electrical Code, and any of your local jurisdictions, your city, your homeowners association, your state, all of the rules that they have in place. You need to make sure to always follow those. So I'm here in Houston, and so my electrical code might be a little bit different from yours. If you're in a different state, some states have codes that are a little bit different because they're based on some accidents that happened a million years ago, or stuff like that. So every once in a while a jurisdiction will be a little bit different from all the others. So here we go. So I'm going to go through some of the parts that you'll need. This right here is a ground rod. This is a copper ground rod, 1/2 inch by 8 foot. 1/2 inch diameter is fine for our Rebel solar generator. 8 foot is pretty typical. This is probably one of the most common ground rods available. And a ground rod clamp. This is also a very common part. Both of these you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's or your local hardware store. And you'll need some wire. So I chose this 10 gauge stranded THHN wire. You'll need to check with the NEC code book or your local jurisdiction on exactly what wire that you need to use, but it needs to be a minimum 10 gauge, and it could be solid or it could be stranded. I prefer stranded because sometimes solid wire can be hard to work with. Solid wire also is prone to breaking somewhere, breaking continuity somewhere in the middle, so I prefer stranded. And here are the tools that you'll need. You don't really need too many tools. You definitely need a hammer, and minimum 20 ounce, because once you get a couple feet in the ground, you need to do a lot of hammering to get this to go farther down. Crescent wrench, just a regular old adjustable crescent wrench, and some wire strippers. And I didn't use this tool at the bottom, but I highly recommend. This is I believe it's called a post driver. That would have made this job a whole lot easier, but I did it the old-fashioned way and just used a hammer. Alright, so here we go. So you can see in this clip, I'm just stabbing it in the ground. You probably will want to moisten the ground before you do this, so maybe leave a hose on it for 30 minutes or something, because that'll make the job a whole lot easier. And then once you get it started, it's just hammering it down into the ground. And so you see, I started with a small hammer and then kind of worked up to the big one. And it took about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Alright, so here we go. So now we have the ground rod about 8 inches off of the ground. 8 inches high. And what we're going to do is put the ground clamp on there and add the wire that we've already stripped, and then tighten it down with the adjustable crescent wrench. And then we're going to hook the other end to the post terminal on the Rebel solar generator. And that is it, guys. There's nothing else you really need to do. As you can see on this ring terminal, I crimped that ring terminal with a pair of crimpers. If you don't have a ring terminal or you don't have a pair of crimpers, you can always do this job temporarily with just bare wire, and I'm going to show you how to do that too. So what you need to do is you can strip back probably like 1.5 inches, 1 to 2 inches. You can strip with the regular pair of wire strippers. So once you get the wire stripped back like that, you can make a loop with the wire, and you're going to definitely want to make the loop in the clockwise direction. This is because when you tighten down the post terminal, you want that loop to stay in that clockwise direction, and if you do it the other way, you're just going to unloop your wire when you tighten it down. So you can see here, I just put it on there, tighten down the post terminal, and that is it. So I wouldn't recommend this permanently, but it'll definitely work temporarily.